Hey guys, so today I just want to make a video on stuttering and saying your name. I know that many people who stutter have a lot of issues with, well, I shouldn't say issues, but have a lot of trouble saying their first name. And I know for me especially, every time I say my first name, literally every time I stutter so badly. And no matter where I'm at, whether I'm at Starbucks or at work, or if I'm introducing myself to anyone at all, I stutter so badly when I say my first name. And I'm not really sure why that is. I used to actually not. Like, I've been stuttering since I was 10, and I used to never stutter when I would say my first name. And now that I'd say in the past like 15 years or so, every time I stutter, or every time I say my first name, I can hardly say it. And I don't really know why. In the past few years or so, I've always wondered, like, why do I stutter when I say my first name? Is it because I have this insecure feeling that I will stutter when I say it? And I have realized that I do feel insecure. I'm so nervous that I am going to stutter when I say my first name, that I in fact do stutter literally every time. And one thing I have also noticed too is that every time I do get nervous about that I will stutter when I say my first name, that I do that I will stutter. Like every time I am nervous to say my first name, like that I stutter actually worse when I am nervous to say it, as opposed to if I'm not as nervous about saying my name, then I don't really stutter as much. Also, if I'm feeling, depending on if I'm having a good stuttering day or a bad stuttering day, will depend on how much I stutter when I say my first name. And sometimes I'll even stutter when I say my last name too, but I find that I stutter way worse when I stutter when I say my first name, and I always get really embarrassed about it. And I know that some of you have talked to me about your past experiences in school, or wherever, about not being able to say your first name and being made fun of and such, and laughed at. And that is a very sad thing. Um, I had this very embarrassing experience when I went to Starbucks about, it was like a year ago or so, and I was ordering a drink. And you know, like when they at Starbucks, they ask you what your name is so they can write it on the cup. So then when they are finished making your drink, then they call out your name when your drink is finished. And I was trying to say my name, and I was saying like and like I couldn't say it, like I couldn't say it, and it was really embarrassing. And I literally was stuck on for I don't know how many times, and I was holding my debit card in my hand, and she just took my card out of my hand, and then she was like, "Oh, it's fine," and she just read my name off of the card and wrote on the cup, so I didn't have to finish saying my name. So it was pretty, it was, I mean, I was extremely embarrassed. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, it was very embarrassing. But I mean, I had even thought about, possibly like, should I like consider changing my name or something? But I would never change my name, because I've actually heard of stutterers who have changed their name because they had trouble saying their first name. And honestly, to me, I think that would be more difficult because for me, I would not want to change my first name. It make me feel like I tried to escape it, like I would just feel worse. I could not change my first name, but I definitely have thought about it though, and I don't think that's a good idea for self-esteem. And but Yeah, so I just wanted to make a little video on that, that just you know, if you're stuttering when you're saying your first name, just when you introduce yourself to someone, or when you think that you are going to have to say your name, then just, you know, stutter away, and it doesn't matter at all. Okay, guys, so I just wanted to make a video on that. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And if you have any questions for me, then leave a comment down below, and please stay tuned for many more videos. Bye.